Welcome to Meet the Press Now. I'm Gabe Gutierrez in Washington, where we have breaking news about the Americans caught in this escalating war between Israel and Hamas. Speaking from the White House this afternoon, President Biden confirmed that Americans are among those currently being held hostage by Hamas terrorists following this weekend's brutal attack inside Israel. Moments later, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan told reporters that the administration believes at least 20 or so Americans are missing. Sullivan cautioned that does not mean everyone missing has been taken hostage. And the State Department just announced that Secretary of State Antony Blinken will be traveling to Israel, leaving tomorrow, to assess the situation. President Biden also said today that the number of Americans killed has risen to 14, and he reaffirmed America's support for Israel while decrying the brutality of Hamas's actions.
The brutality of Hamas, these bloodthirstiness brings to mind the worst rampages of ISIS. This is terrorism. But sadly, for the Jewish people, it's not new. This attack has brought to the surface painful memories and the scars left by a millennia of anti-Semitism and genocide of the Jewish people. So in this moment, we must be crystal clear. We stand with Israel. We stand with Israel. I've directed my team to share intelligence and deploy additional experts from across the United States government to consult with and advise Israeli counterparts on hostage recovery efforts. Because as president, I have no higher priority than the safety of Americans being held hostage around the world.
Today's remarks came after President Biden and Vice President Harris spoke with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu as the attacks from Hamas continued today from the air, with dozens more rockets targeting Israeli cities and neighborhoods. This is footage from Richard Engel's crew as he was live on the air earlier today, showing rockets being intercepted in southern Israel. Israel, meanwhile, continued its attack from the air today on Gaza and is preparing for a potential ground invasion there, mobilizing hundreds of thousands of Israeli reservists. The situation on the ground remains highly volatile. Our correspondent Ellison Barber and her crew fled sounds of gunfire just a few miles from the Gaza border.
Carol. You see? Get down, go, go, go.
Also today, Israel released body camera video showing officers carrying out what it says was a hostage rescue mission in southern Israel. NBC News cannot independently confirm the events shown, and we should note that blurring on the video was done by Israeli officials. Israel says it has secured its border with Gaza, but in many ways the war is just beginning. And already the fighting has left more than 1,800 people dead, at least 1,000 in Israel, and more than 800 in Gaza.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.